Hi everyone, today I'll be doing a plein air painting. I will show you the scene. Now the shape of this tree was really interesting as it was in a diagonal shape plus the trail as you can see on the right. Now the shape of the tree was very interesting because it was having a very dark areas underneath as you can see in that portion I'm showing in the video. Plus there was all grass in the front, and I am also going to remove these big grasses in the front so that the painting looks good compositionally. And also now you will see that onto the right side of the painting, here you can see some trees at the background which are a little bit bluish because they are far away, and hence I can show perspective. Now this entire shape is going to go on an oval canvas which I'll show you. This is the oval canvas which I'll be painting on today with. Now I'll start first with burnt sienna and a very thin brush which is a sable brush. So I'll start with drawing the lines and the shapes which makes the painting interesting. First I have put in the tree which is shown in the background or behind the canvas, and also I added some grasses in the front. You can hear the birds chirping now. That was really cool, right? I start with doing the foreground first. Now first thing I'm doing is I am playing with the values. Now I have told about the values in this video which I will mention in the I section above. In that video I talk about the various aspects of values of different shapes in a landscape painting, so you can go and watch that. So from that I will tell you that the ground is having the lightest value and the trees will have the darkest value because the light falling onto the ground is directly from the sky, right? So that is the reason the ground is going to have the lightest value of all. Now once I have completed the entire shape of the tree which was in a diagonal shape, see, you can see a peacock there sitting on the tree and singing. Again, getting back to work. Now you can see the entire scene which I'm painting. My sister was there and she was supposed to help me but she was having fun. Alright, so as I have mentioned, I started doing the grasses the next thing, and I was really confused because the front part was all lit when I was painting it, and since the sun did not come out, it was a cloudy day, so I was very skeptical about putting a focal point. Now when I talk about focal point, I have spoken about focal point in one of my videos which again I will mention in the I section above. So yeah, I decided on doing the trail as my central focal point. Firstly, I was not sure about the shape which I was putting onto the canvas, whether it is going to be pleasing to the eyes or not. As you can see on the right side, right? Now I would take time to go away from the painting in order to check the composition and see if it is looking nice. So this is one thing that you can do on a plein air painting trip, right? And then you can measure your shapes by the length of the brushes again. Now as you can see in this painting, I have left the right portion of the painting. I decided first initially that I would paint another tree on it, but then I thought that maybe I'll just put a diagonal shape and not put a tree on the side. So I'll be filling up the shape on the right again. Here I'm showing some perspective by painting those trees blue so that they goes behind in terms of aerial perspective. Now I have put the darkest areas in the painting, and I'm really sorry about the face seen there. So more peacocks. Okay, so I decided on painting the darkest areas again, and I was interested in that branch which was shown at the back. Now filling up more details on the tree so that they look a little bit real and also separated from the tree at the background. Now again I am putting the shadow at the front area on the ground. You know, there was a tree behind us. There's the little boy, he also came to see what we were doing. And then yeah, so again, as I have told you, that I filled up the entire place with sky. So I was talking about the foreground, so I placed a shadow of the tree behind me onto the foreground, so it looks like there was something behind us which was casting a shadow on the ground. Though I was again not very happy about the shapes, but I didn't know at that very time what to do. So I was struggling with that shape, that particular shape, and then I was also putting up the colors onto the trail. I decided on doing more colors on the trail, more orangish shades, so that, you know, the central focal point is popping off, you know. And then again, you know, my painting initially started looking chalky, so I started putting more color onto the trail area. Particularly on this trail area, it was a little bit chalky, so I put some burnt sienna onto it in order to make it look perfect. Again, putting in some details. Again, one more thing I would like to tell you is that first I also decided on putting the central focal point behind this tree, but later I decided on doing it onto the trail. Yeah, I finished the painting onto the location, but it wasn't finished, so I wrote my name. So this is how the painting looks on the location. This is how it looks. But still I was not very happy about the shape of the foreground shadow. So I took it inside the studio. As you can see, this shape is particularly flat. It's a straight line onto the canvas, which was not very interesting. So first I decided on putting more darker areas onto the grasses which were standing, because they were having the same value as the grasses on the ground. So I will darken it up a little bit. Putting up a little bit more shapes, and then I am putting more details onto the painting. And I'm really sorry about the hair flying there, because it was really hot and we had to use the fan. Again, some more detailing onto the shadow areas. I just couldn't stop working on this particular tree, because I don't know, I just find trees very, very interesting. I just find so much beauty in trees, and then the differences between different trees is amazing. I mean, I would like to study the trees all the time. Now when I go on to the sketching in the foreground, I have darkened it up a little bit more than it was. I have put more shadows on the foreground, and it was because of artistic reasons. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to change the flat shape to a diagonal one. As you can see, I have changed it already. I will fast forward the video a little bit so that you can see the detailing work which was going on. So now I find the painting a bit more interesting, because I have put on the diagonal shape there of the shadow on the ground. So a little bit more detailing there, And then again, I have told you that my trail started looking a little bit chalky, and in order to solve the problem, I was putting more color onto it, more pure color. If your painting is looking more chalky or muddy, what you can do is you can put more color onto it, more pure color, and that will solve your problem. Blurring the edges over there a little bit. And yes, I do use my fingers. For some reason I did not paint my name, paint over my name. I don't know why, but later I will paint on it eventually. Again, some more details on that area. And then again, I am blurring the edges of the trees and the branches there so that it looks embedded onto the background. Sometimes we have this tendency of making the edges very sharp. So we want our edges to be sharp only in the areas where we want the people to see, basically near the central focal point. I'll be also changing the sky a little bit. I am almost finished with this painting, so you guys can support me by buying my works or having a painting commissioned by you to me, because I am right now open for commissions. And in the most simplest ways is by sharing this video and clicking on the like button. And also let me know what are the challenges that you are facing during a plein air painting, or what you like the most about the plein air paintings if you're not an artist. I have a dream of making a studio in my home village, for which I need your support. I'm also on Patreon, so you can also subscribe to my Patreon channel, and that way it will be really helpful. Or just by giving me some wishes so that my journey continues as an artist in India especially. This painting is available for sale. You can email me directly by clicking on to the link, the email ID which I'll be providing in the description below, and also all the other links as well. Now what I am doing in this painting, I'm giving final touches to it. I'm putting a golden paint onto the border areas so that it looks nice and beautiful. So that is what I'm going to do. I'll be sharing the final images of the finished painting. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and do let me know what you would like to see in the future. Do you like to see videos like this? So I'll be making more videos on plein air painting. Thank you again for watching this, and I will see you in my next video. And when I say thank you for watching this video, I am really thankful for you all who are watching this video right now, because this means a lot to me. I'm putting a lot of work over there because I want to do painting all my life. So yeah, thanks again for watching it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.